The world of K-pop, which has always been full of secrets and dramas hidden behind glamorous lights, was once again rocked by an incident that was even hard to believe. BTS's Jungkook and Blackpink's Lisa Manoban were caught on camera in the middle of the street together, without escorts, without theatrics, and with gazes that were too deep to be just friends. The short 17-second video, which was first uploaded anonymously via a small account on X, formerly Twitter, immediately skyrocketed to the world's #1 topic in just 3 minutes. It didn't take long before the virtual world caught fire, an explosion of conspiracy theories, disappointment, joy, anger, and even a sense of deep loss that it was as if the whole world was losing control of reality. They don't wear hats, not wearing a mask, do not hide behind bulky jackets or curtained vans. They walk together on a small sidewalk in Seoul's Hamdong district, an elite area usually populated only by chaebols, celebrities, and people with maximum security. But that night, there were only the two of them, and the sky was full of stars that seemed to be watching, whispering a great secret that was finally revealed to the world, more than just a two-way street. What made netizens even more upset was the way Jungkook looked at Lisa's gaze that couldn't be engineered, couldn't be faked, couldn't be hidden. There is something much deeper, something that they have probably been hiding behind the camera lens, behind the harsh and cruel shield of the entertainment industry. Is this a sign of a relationship that has been kept secret for a long time? Is this a tacit confirmation of all those crazy rumors that for many years were dismissed and refuted? What makes it all the more mysterious is the plain white t-shirt Jungkook wore that night, which, when carefully observed in slow motion, appears to contain a small L-shaped applique on his left chest. L for Lisa? Or just a coincidence? But in the world of K-pop, all the little gestures are rarely without meaning. Lisa herself appeared to be wearing a simple pastel dress, with one striking detail, a thin silver bracelet on her wrist. The exact same bracelet that was once seen looping around Jungkook's wrist in a V-Live broadcast 4 months ago. At that time, ARMY thought the bracelet was a gift from a stylist or just an ordinary accessory. But now, the pieces of the puzzle are starting to feel too good to ignore. Emotional outbursts are inevitable. Some of the ARMY cried hysterically, feeling betrayed. Most of Blink tried to defend, but also hesitated, not knowing who to side with. Most ordinary netizens were simply stunned, realizing that perhaps all this time the world had been treated to one lie after another for the sake of maintaining the illusion of their idol's solitude. What's even more surprising, hours after the video went viral, Jungkook's official Weverse account disappeared for nearly 3 hours, something that had never happened before, even amid another major controversy. And when the account finally became active again, his latest post was just an abstract image, 2 crossed lines forming an X on a black background. A symbol? A secret message? At the same time, Lisa's Instagram account suddenly deleted one old a picture of her holding a bouquet of purple flowers. The purple bouquet was once associated by fans with secret love, but at that time it was only considered a fad. Now, after this incident, everything began to look like pieces of a big scenario that slowly unfolded to the surface. Have Jungkook and Lisa been secretly in a relationship? Since when did this start? Is this the reason behind Jungkook's absence at some events? Is this the hidden reason behind Lisa's strange expression at the award shows late last year? Those questions haunt the digital space, haunting the hearts of fans who have always considered Jungkook and Lisa to be co-owned, perfect figures, untouched by the real world. Of course, there are those who try to defend. Some say it's just a coincidence, that it is possible that they are just old friends who happen to meet, that this may be part of a secret project involving the two. An interagency cooperation that is still being closely guarded. But even darker and wilder theories have sprung up. Some anonymous accounts even claim that this is not the first time they have been caught. It's just that all previous evidence has been secured by the management of both sides. Some swear to have seen Lisa and Jungkook in Paris, in hoodies and shabby jeans, chuckling in a small, almost empty cafe. Others claim to have heard whispers from within the industry that Jungkook is secretly engaged to an international female idol, a rumor that has yet to be confirmed until perhaps tonight. There is also one more extreme theory, that this whole thing was planned, that this is part of their liberation plan from the pressure of the industry that requires them to remain single, remain available, for the sake of fan service and marketing alone, that perhaps Jungkook and Lisa deliberately allowed themselves to be seen, that they were already tired of hiding everything, that this is the boldest form of resistance to an unwritten rule in South Korean entertainment, the rule that idols should not fall in love in public. However, behind all those wild theories and hot speculations, there is one harsh reality that cannot be ignored. These two men, in flesh and blood, just want to live, just want to love, just want to be human. Is the world ready to accept this reality? Not everyone seems to be ready. Not every fandom is able to withstand jealousy, anger, or a sense of loss. There were boycott hashtags, there were threats. There were thousands of angry comments flooding their social media accounts. But on the other hand, there was also a wave of incredible support from those who understood that the happiness of their idol is much more important than the perfect illusion that they create in their own heads. In the video recording, at the 14th second, there is a small, almost imperceptible moment. Jungkook glanced at Lisa, and Lisa smiled. Little smile. Barely noticeable, but full of meaning, and behind the smile, the whole world seemed to collapse and then reborn in a completely different form. Is this the beginning of the end? Or the beginning of something much bigger than we ever imagined? That night, amid the starry Seoul sky, two of the world's greatest idols walk side by side, and the world will never be the same again. If you want, I can go into more detail, including speculation about HYBE and YG's reactions, rumors about the affidavit, and theories about other hidden symbols fans have found. Do you want me to go on to the next part? Do you want me to do part 2? The next morning, the K-pop world woke up in complete panic. In just 12 hours after the video exploded, HYBE labels and YG Entertainment, two giant agencies that are usually nimble in responding to the slightest rumor, still have not given any official statement. A silence too conspicuous to ignore. A silence that actually feels like an indirect confirmation. And while the world waits, the world also finds. Fans who were insanely looking for clues began to reveal things that further strengthened the conjecture. Small traces that had been scattered but ignored. A famous fan site from Korea found an old photo from a backstage concert in Japan last year. In the photo, Jungkook appears wearing a lavender-colored oversized hoodie and in the slightly blurred background, Lisa is seen wearing a denim jacket that looks very similar to the one that Jungkook wore a few months ago in a Korean Vogue photo shoot. Is this a coincidence? Or do they lend each other clothes as a secret couple? Another clue came from a Thai fan account that claimed to have seen Lisa with someone with long black hair wearing a mask at a private resort in Phuket at the time. Considered to be a baseless rumor. But after that night's video surfaced, all the puzzle pieces that used to be ignored now feel like a chain explosion that changes everything. Then, the unexpected happened. An industry leak account, which has been fairly credible so far, released a screenshot of HYB's internal email. The email contained an urgent discussion amongst senior managers about